your first home can feel overwhelming. You may even ask yourself, I don't even know where to begin. Well, don't worry, you're not alone. I'm Rob, your realtor with Century 21 Judge Fight Company, and I'm here to make your home buying journey simpler, clearer, and even more fun. So as you're beginning your home buying journey, the first thing you've got to think about is your finances. So you need to think about savings, think about your budget, and your credit score. So savings, you're going to have some money for a down payment on that home. It doesn't necessarily have to be 20%. There's an FHA loan that's 3.5% down. Conventional loans can go as low as 3%. Lenders have programs. There's down payment assistance. There's all those things to help, and we'll talk about that in a later video. But you're going to have some money in the bank to make that down payment. So be working on that now. The second thing to consider is your budget. How much can I afford to pay each month? You've got to consider how much do I need to bring to closing? How much do I have to pay each month? Our monthly payment is made up of principal and interest, part of your annual property taxes, and your property insurance. All four of those go together for your home payment. So how much can I afford to pay each month? Working with the lender is going to help you with both of these things because they'll give you a pre-approval letter. They'll look at your finances and say, this is how much you're approved. So this is how much you can spend on a home. Based on that amount, this is how much your monthly payment would be, and this is how much money you need to bring to closing. We'll talk about all those details in a later video, but it's something to consider now. You need to think about our budget. And then the third thing is a credit score. You want to have a strong credit score, as strong as possible, going into this home buying journey. You're probably familiar with when you buy a car, the better your credit score, the better interest rate you're going to get on that car. Well, imagine with a $300,000 home, the difference in payments with a 1% better interest rate, or even 0.5%. You can save yourself $100 or even hundreds of dollars a month with a better credit score. So that turns out to be, a big savings in the long run. You can get more house for the same amount of money with a higher credit score. So that's something you want to be working on now. That's something that your lender can help you with. If your credit score is not so great, they've got tools that can help you come up with a very concrete plan to improve your credit score. But these are all things that you need to think about financially as you're beginning your home buying journey. So I just mentioned talking to a lender. One of the things that I tell my clients very first thing when we're starting to talk about the home buying journey is this is a team game. There's a team. There's you as the buyer, there's me as your real estate agent, and then there's the lender. And so we need to be able to work together as a team. When we're talking about a lender, looking for a lender to work with, we want to have somebody that's got our back, somebody that we're going to be able to get a hold of. So you may know somebody who's a lender, or you may have talked to a friend who's recommended somebody. That's great. You're welcome to shop around. It's wise to shop around and see what kind of rates you can get, kind of different programs with different lenders. I have certain lenders that I have worked with in the past that I know that they're easy to get a hold of when we need to talk to them. Some internet lenders have Monday through Friday hours. You have to communicate with them only via email and then have them call you back. That's less than ideal when we get into the process of buying a home and they're asking for documents and we have questions and we need a new pre-approval letter, all those things. We want a lender who is available. So I like to introduce my clients to a couple different lenders that I work with. I talk to clients to find out what their needs are, and then I think about the lenders that I work with, the programs that they have that are going to be good for my client, and then I like to introduce my client to these lenders, let them see who might feel like they're a good fit, what kind of programs they have that could help, and just a place to start your search, your comparison, cost comparison, rate comparison, all of that kind of stuff. So building your team is important. You as the buyer, me as your real estate agent, and lender all have to work together to make your process, to make your journey as smooth as possible. So we've talked about getting your finances in order. We've talked about building your team. Step 3 is getting pre-approval. We've talked already about working with a lender. They're the ones that's going to lend you the money for your home loan. And so you've got to know how much you qualify for. We can all have a dream of, oh, I'd like to own a $500,000 home, but do our finances allow us to do that? And secondly, we may have a budget. I can afford this much, but is that really the best for my long-term financial picture? So that's why working with a lender is a great idea. One of the first things the lender's going to do is get you pre-approved. They're going to ask for some paperwork from you. They're going to ask for maybe some tax records. They're going to ask for some check stubs. They're going to ask about your monthly expenses, all of those kinds of things, to give you a preliminary answer on how much money they can lend you. So this is super important, and this is why this has to be done at the beginning of this whole journey, because that lender is going to give you a pre-approval letter. And what that does, it does two things for you. First of all, it helps you know exactly what your budget is. This is how much money I can be loaned. This is how much home I can buy. When your lender does that, they'll also give you a statement that shows you if you buy a home for this amount, your monthly payment will be so much, and you'll need to bring so much to closing. So that's going to help you financially planning and knowing what kind of home, what price range home you're looking for. But the second thing that's important in that pre-approval letter is when you put in an offer on a home, that seller wants to know that you've got the money to back up your offer. Many times a seller will not even accept an offer unless it comes with a pre-approval letter from a lender. So that's something that's very important that we want to do in the early stages of our home buying journey. So once you've looked at your finances and got things in order, once you've built your team, you've got that pre-approval letter from your lender, then you are ready for the really fun part of step 4, looking for a home. And that's where partnering with a real estate agent really comes in handy, because, of course, you've already looked online at Zillow and things like that. But as you sit down with your real estate agent, begin to share what exactly you're looking for. Let them know, it's things like, bedrooms and bathrooms and where you want to live and 2-car garage, all of that kind of stuff. But I also ask my clients, hey, what's important to you? What do you want to do in your home? Are you a big entertainer? Do we need to think about having a big living room area? Is cooking important to you? Do you want to entertain in the backyard, a pool, all those kinds of things, so we can help find the home that's perfect for you. As your agent, I work with a program called One Home or Real Scout. That's what I'll use to send you emails with homes that meet your criteria. You can also use either one of those tools to do your own home search. And another thing that I do for my clients is I've got links that I will email to you at this part of the process where you can look at things like crime statistics and neighborhoods that you might be interested in, and also more information about schools in the area. So all of those things to help you find the perfect home. See, the home buying process doesn't have to be complicated. We just break it down into steps. And we've just begun today, just done the first few steps as we get started. But that's how it's going to work through the whole process. We'll just walk through it step by step. And so I put together a guide that has gone over what we talked about today, those first steps of the home buying process. If you'd like to pick that up, head on over to my website, rob-hurt.com, and you'll see a link for it right there. You can download that. It'll help you out. And when you're ready to start that process, please let me know. I would be honored to walk through the home buying journey with you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later in another video.